Welcome back to the big room. I promise I won't be this angry this time.
I don't believe you.
If you listen to last week, I got really mad about Field of Dreams. First of all, because that movie blows.
I feel like that was justified.
It was justified, but on a level, I think that part of it was
You just like being mad?
I was uncomfortable because my headphones broke.
Oh.
Watchers will notice that last week the signature red cupped ear headphones.
cups.
Holy shit! my headphones were broken, so I had to use IMs. And the tips I had were I only had tips that were slightly too large, so they were cramming up my ear holes. I was stuffed.
Oh.
And it was not comfortable. So, but anyway, that movie blows. This week, though, we watched The Bourne Identity.
Yes.
The 2002 one.
Which is older than I thought for
Yeah.
some reason.
23 years. Well, not quite, but 22.7 or so. It's directed by Doug Liman.
Never heard of him.
Stars Matt Damon, Franca Potente, and Chris Cooper, among others. It was released in the U.S. widely on June 14th, 2002. Budget of $60 million, box of $214 million. This is not the first film called The Bourne Identity.
Really?
What?
Oh.
Yes, so it's a novel. Of course, it's a novel series, and there was another one. There was a 1988 television miniseries film thing called The Bourne Identity, starring Richard Chamberlain, and that one more closely follows the book.
Does this one follow the book like at all?
No.
Okay.
Not well. I don't know. It more
In name only?
The note that I read was that one more closely follows it.
Okay.
So I think this one differs in setting. I know that the Marie character's background was changed because Franca is German, so it was changed to a homeless German vagabond instead of a Canadian businesswoman or something or another.
Very different vibe.
The film was originally slated to release in September of 2001.
Did they just think we wouldn't want some action movies?
No, it has nothing to do with 9/11.
Oh, okay.
Oh, good.
Nothing at all.
There's no planes in it.
It was it was delayed due to rewrites and reshoots. There was this
Okay.
explosion scene in Paris that was cut because of 9/11. Matt Damon
I
refuted the notion that the production was a nightmare, saying, "quote Shooting's always hard, but we finished."
That's
Yeah, they had a
what
lot of
she said.
writers, like 3 rewrites, a bunch of reshoots, all kinds of stuff. Like Matt Damon threatened to leave the
Ooh.
project at one
Oh,
point
dang.
because if they used one of the writers' rewritten scripts, the only thing, like I guess they brought like a third or second writer. They had a million writers. One of the guys that did heavy rewrites to make it, I think, more actiony or something. Matt Damon was like, if we use his script, I'm leaving.
Oh.
He's still accredited because the opening scene, I think, was his. But
Interesting.
yeah, a little bit of what we would call in the video game industry development hell. But Matt Damon would say, no. So
Business as usual.
yeah, every movie sucks like this.
I'm not a problem.
This is the first in the Jason Bourne series, of which there are 4 movies with him in it, including 2016's Jason Bourne.
He's
Really creative title for that one.
They really thought hard.
But then there was the one with the guy that ran himself over with his snow cat.
so there's 3 with Matt Damon and
there's
1.
4 with Matt Damon, right?
Jeremy Renner.
Yeah, there's one with Jeremy Renner. There's 4 with Matt Damon.
I thought it was just these 3 and then Jeremy Renner.
No, because there's the 2016 one that I think
Oh,
Matt
that
Damon
one
came back for.
Doesn't exist in my head.
Oh yeah. So there's 5 total because there's the
Okay.
Jeremy Renner one.
I
There's 3 in a
I
row,
saw
and then we
it.
took a break.
don't remember
And
it.
it's Identity Ultimatum. No,
Identity Supremacy,
and
Ultimatum.
then Ultimatum, and then Jason Bourne.
Jason Bourne. Without Jason Bourne.
It's a funny little movie. Walter Goggins is in it, just as a CIA research tech. He's just one of the guys in
yeah.
the computers.
That
I'm
was
like, "Is that
shocking
Walter
to
Goggins?"
see.
But now he's like, his name is in lights. But back then he was CIA research tech. I think he only
Gotta
has
start
that,
somewhere.
I think he only has that accreditation pointed out on Wikipedia because now he's Walter Goggins. But who the heck
Walton.
knows? Walton. Dang it!
Yeah.
Oh,
It's a weird
TikTok's
one.
gonna be mad.
It's okay.
It's like the Ray Fiennes all over again.
I can already see the text messages from friends going, "You pronounced another name wrong." I'm sorry.
Is he that famous though? I mean, he's just famous for being.
Pretty famous now.
He's just famous for being the ghoul. Has he done
He's
more
in
than
White
that?
Lotus.
White Lotus,
He's in.
Okay,
he's had a
so
few
he's
other
in
things.
TV
He's in that
shows
one show, The
I don't
Righteous
watch.
Gemstones.
He's happening now. He's happening.
Yeah.
And then there's that one, the one lady from
hot right now.
10 Things I Hate About You.
Yes. She's
What's her name?
Oh, yeah.
Julia Stiles.
Yes, Julia Stiles.
In the movie, her
That's
name's
where I knew her from.
Nikki.
She doesn't have a full credit in this film, but apparently she has a larger role in the other two, so she gets
It's true.
like better billing in the other two. So yeah, I recognize her immediately. So this plot's funny. It starts out with just Matt Damon floating in the sea,
Yep.
and some Mediterranean fishermen and some Italians pick him up, and they're
Yes.
like, there's a guy. Oh shit! And they pick him up and whatever.
Cameron literally like he sees the Italians on the boat and he's like, they're gonna pick him up and they're gonna go and then they do that and Cameron's like, see, that's what
Yeah,
they did.
exactly what
See?
happens. And then like
Nailed
one
it.
of them is like the world's okayest surgeon.
Yeah.
That part drove me nuts because he's just like fishing around for bullets like in Lincoln's brain after he got shot.
In
And
a
then-
storm on a boat.
He found the tracking device
the
and then
most-
starts playing with it.
That's not even the most insane part of that for me. The most insane part for me is he's like, so he's cutting the clothes off. Like, just take him off. He's unconscious, right? But then he sees a freshly healed scar on his hip and goes, I better cut into that.
You're right.
Is that not a little crazy?
It's pretty crazy.
Yeah. This looks very neatly sewn up. I gotta get it out. Maybe there's Pikachu in there. I don't know. And then picks it up and then immediately shines a laser pointer directly into his
Into his
retina.
eye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this guy is crazy.
Listen, he's on a fishing boat in the middle of the Mediterranean. Probably not,
What was his name? I wrote it down. Because Giancarlo. Because he's kind of a bro. You know, he encouraged him.
Tries to help him out.
So it's
Gives
Matt
him some
Damon, right?
money.
His friend.
Matt Damon's our boy floating in the ocean, and
Yes.
he's at this point referred to as the man. Because he doesn't know his name. He's got like the world's most super amnesia. He has no idea who he is. He gets like flat. The coolest parts for me was like when he got flashbacks and remembered, oh, I'm very good at hand-to-hand combat.
Well, he just knew how to do everything, but he's like, I don't know why I know how to do everything.
Like he kicks the shit out of those policemen and all but has like the Peter Parker and Spider-Man one like cool moment. but he immediately is like, I better take some clothes off and run about.
I didn't get that, but
So yeah, and it's wild. So he has amnesia, starts to remember certain things. Like he can remember physical things, but he doesn't know any information, which is interesting to me. It's like
except
it's all
like
reflexive.
4 languages.
But of course, he's like, yeah, he knows 4 languages. He's an expert in hand-to-hand combat. He like breaks down a pistol immediately after he beats the shit out of those cops. He just like puts the slide right off, and I'm like, okay, but has no idea who he is. And which like, what I want to know, and what I hope the next couple movies that I have to watch go into is like, how much of a super weapon is he? Like is he more of? So I expected it to be more of like just guy who's conveniently good at everything, a la Mission Impossible or every other action movie ever. Not like, oh, you're a government super weapon like Master Chief. Okay. Nobody in this podcast has played Halo but me. But
I
like,
played a little bit. Like 20 minutes.
like, you know, I just want to know that. Like this whole Operation Treadstone deal, and I want to know.
I'm
I want more
excited that you
information.
want to know.
Yeah, how bad do I want to know?
I don't believe that we'll ever actually watch them.
I am glad we're not watching all three weeks in a row, because that seems like it'd get tedious.
It would be a lot
Yeah.
of Jason Bourne.
be a lot of Jason Bourne.
I've seen the first 2.
Oh, you haven't seen 3?
The se-
Okay, that's a good question. So you'd seen it before. You'd seen it before, Carl?
No.
No,
was my first time, yeah.
I love it when Carl and I haven't, for whatever reason. It's just there's camaraderie.
Yeah.
Carl and I haven't seen it.
And I will say, for the first like 10, 15 minutes, you could have convinced me I was watching X-Files.
Oh, really?
Like it
Okay.
felt just kind of
What
the cold
about it?
open
What
being
about it?
mysterious, and he's floating in the water, and then you open on like a boat, and there's a foreign language being spoke. It's all very X-Files core. It felt like, and then it starts to get kind of action movie and detours a little bit. But even the way it was shot was very kind of X-Files, and I thought they did some really cool like editing stuff.
Yeah, there was a couple scenes. I think it was when he tells Marie to stay in the car one of the times, and he like goes into the train terminal station, and he just kind of looks around, and he comes back. I think it's when he goes and puts the bag in another safety deposit box or something. I can't remember exactly. Or no, he shoves all the passports and keeps the money.
Yeah.
I think he ditches all the passports in another locker. And there's a shot of him, and it's like the world's most sickening camera. Like it's supposed to make us uneasy, but it just made me ill. I hate that, and but that's very 2000s. No, it's cool. So you'd seen it before when?
Like last year.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I watched the first two with B-Mac.
With B-Mac, yeah. He was like, "Oh, I love Bourne," just like that.
They
That's what he sounded
love
like.
these. He's like, I watch these like 2 times a year at least.
Which
Oh.
is wild. I can't talk of Star Wars.
funny.
lore.
Yeah, you can't talk.
That's more like if someone watched the first Transformers movie every 6 months, it'd be like, why?
Yeah.
I get similar feelings about you watch Bourne. What? But hey, you know, I'm not here to kink shame.
He tempted me. He sold me on it with whiskey. So I was like, yeah, I'll come over and watch a movie.
Just dangle like a watch. He just floated a bottle of whiskey in front of your eyes, and you're like, oh yeah, Jason Bourne. Yeah, it's kind of wild. So he like all but kidnaps this German lady and is like, I'll give you $20,000 to drive me to Paris, and she
doesn't want to do it, but she wants $20,000.
But she wants $20K because she like her visa's up and she's got immigration troubles in wherever she is. Sorry.
Switzerland.
Yeah,
I think they start in Switzerland.
there. Start in Switzerland, they go to Paris. She's got a really cool bitchin' Mini that I just want.
It's pretty cool.
It's awesome.
It's very resilient.
You know, I don't
know.
I'm certain that we will get more of that. I think the original Italian Job is in the bucket,
It is.
Oh yeah.
and the Mini. I think
Is that also? No, that's Wahlberg.
no, the original with Michael Caine, like the one from.
I didn't know there was
decades
more
ago.
before that.
Yeah.
John Michael Caine.
The remake is Mark Wahlberg, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The remake is Marky Mark, but nobody. I think it's
My
called The Italian
parents
Job, and it's in Los
love
Angeles.
that movie.
What the hell?
Oh.
It's true, actually.
How's that
Well, because it's about the Italian Job that they do in Italy.
So it's
And then the rest of the
it's
movie.
meta about the original movie.
I guess.
Oh.
Does the original movie all take place in Italy?
I think so. It's called The Italian Job. If it doesn't take place in Italy, I want my money back.
Los Angeles Job just doesn't have the same.
No, yeah, it's not the same.
They make that exact joke on Top Gear when the new movie's coming out. They catch wind that there's a new Italian Job, and they're like, they're like, oh really? And then the Americans are doing it. And it's just
Well, there's one point in the movie where Marky Mark goes, "We'll do it like we do the Italian Job."
boo hiss.
So he says the title of the movie.
Wow.
Boo hiss.
So cool.
I hate it when they say the title of the movie in the movie.
He didn't do it in this movie. He didn't go like, "This is my Bourne identity."
I wish he did. Looks at the camera.
This is my Bourne supremacy.
Yeah. I'm going to give you a Bourne, one of my classic Bourne ultimatums. But the last is called Jason Bourne, which
Bourne.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll
that's
say
just
that
his
one.
name. Yeah. You know what I was sad about?
What?
Not one time. The only thing I know about Jason Bourne is that somebody's supposed to say, Jesus Christ, it's Jason Bourne. And it doesn't happen.
Wait, somebody's supposed to say that?
Yeah, that's me.
Oh.
Yeah, somebody in like some control center is like, "Oh my God, it's Jason Bourne,"
there's
and like it
2
never
movies
happens.
left. So
Gotta watch
And I did look
I wanted
up,
it now.
and I think it's in Supremacy and the 2016 Jason Bourne film. So I was waiting with bated breath for the whole movie to hear someone go, Jesus Christ, it's Jason Bourne with a foreign accent. And it never happened.
didn't happen.
But Brian Cox was in this movie. We've seen Brian Cox in a couple things recently. He was in Red. What cracks me up is in Red, he played a Russian. In this movie, he plays a CIA head bigwig, or U.S. Department of Defense, something bigwig. 2 different accents, obviously, American and Russian, and he cannot hide the Scottish no matter how hard he tries. There's just something with certain parts of certain words he says, and I just go, there it is. There's your Scotch coming out. But I think it's endearing. He makes me smile. So
We weren't too offended by Matt Damon's accent.
no, he didn't really Boston it up. He didn't pack his car in the
No.
yard at all. Really,
There was a few moments where I was like, "Ooh, there it is a little bit," but beforehand you were like, "If this guy has a Boston accent, I'm gonna shoot myself."
Well,
or
not
something.
really. Well, it's not that. It's just like the only movie I've seen him, because he is from Boston, right? And
Yeah.
I think, and the only movie I've seen him was was The Departed. where he
Departed.
Really, they were all hamming it up. And what sucked about that movie is
Sorry, keep going.
what?
I just thought about the Departed always comes up.
Because of fucking ice water. Well, I hate it. I hate the. Let's get you an ice water, and no ice comes. It's just so irritating. But no, I was gonna say about The Departed is that not enough Wahlberg. When I think Boston accents, I want Wahlberg. I didn't get any.
There you go.
I mean, he's there at the end. He's the only good part about the
end was
movie
so
is when
satisfying.
he shoots that guy at the end, and I'm like, thank you. Can you bring DiCaprio back to life and shoot him again?
Oh God.
You know that new Mickey 17 movie where it's in theaters now, and it's like Robert Pattinson, and I guess he's like, it's another like corporations instead of governments kind of deal, and there's space exploration, and Robert Pattinson has sold his body to this corporation, and he does like hard jobs and gets killed, but then reanimated with certain memories over and over and over. Is the premise, I think, loosely. I want one of those, but starring DiCaprio, so I can watch him die over and over. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm getting at. I hate. She's just. No, thank you. There's something about him. He's not even overtly offensive. I just don't like him.
Well,
There you go. Doesn't like him.
I have no rebuttal.
He's seen like 3 DiCaprio movies. He's like, I hate this guy.
Well, and I've seen 3 DiCaprio movies, and when we were watching them last year, was at the height of, man, this guy won't date anyone older than 24.
That doesn't help.
Yeah.
So he's gross
Yeah.
and bad.
Yeah.
And he, he has the misfortune of partnering with my least favorite director all the time, Scorsese, who can suck a butt. Don't like him. I have a poop button. I just did it with my mouth instead. Can I talk about a thing that
Double
really
poop.
irritated me with this movie?
Yeah.
So
Please.
there's a scene where Jason Bourne, who knows he's Jason Bourne, by the way, he learns he's Jason Bourne like 20 minutes in. And I go, there's your identity. Roll the credits. It's called Bourne Identity.
No.
He figures it
Yeah,
out.
he goes to the bank deposit box and finds money
And then
guns
so
and
basically
passports.
this movie is like 20 minutes, 30 minutes of Jason Bourne learning that he's Jason Bourne, which fulfills the title. And then the rest of it is just him running away.
Yeah.
Jason
No.
Bourne runs. The
He
Bourne
learns his
runaway.
name, but then he learns what he's done
But through a lot of running.
through the rest of the movie.
Through the running, just running around.
No,
I like it, but no, here's what I didn't like. So at one point he learns his name and he gathers Marie a lot, and they go to his apartment. 2 things drive me nuts about the apartment scene. Right, one of them is he's got this stupid red bag, the most identifiable bag to
Straight over
ever
the
be
shoulder.
a bag,
It's
and
true.
he goes to his house and doesn't get a different bag.
Bad.
He goes to
Maybe he
his-
doesn't know where the bags are in the house.
You've got
They
a
do.
point there because
Well, they
he
go through
walks
the whole
in
house though.
because he does walk into a room that could only be a kitchen, and meanders around it for a little bit, and then goes, "This is my kitchen." And I'm like, "Well, he's informed."
Very thorough.
The Bourne observancy. But so the bag drove me nuts because then they have this red freaking bag, and I'm like, ditch the bag, man.
Yeah.
It's 2002. You're probably in cargo shorts. Just throw all the shit in the shorts. Get some shorts. You don't need this big red come shoot me bag that he's got the whole time. And then like they keep getting surveillance, and they're like, enhance the surveillance footage to show his
Oh,
face. I'm like,
classic.
just check for the giant bag he's got in
the
every
red
scene.
bag.
Just the bag. And then he's got it over his shoulder at one point and then drops it off a building. It's like, what were you doing with the strap? How'd you drop
You should have
that?
crossbodied. Like,
He was
hello?
hanging off a building. Cut
You
him
know
some
what?
slack.
But no, here's the deal. A woman would have known how to put that bag on properly to make it not fall off. And it's exactly what she said.
It's true. Women.
What did
And
he
just
do
based,
wrong?
just based, he had it over one shoulder. He should have put it over his head. Like
He's
a purse.
he's climbing
Oh.
buildings. You know, when you're in that situation, you got to secure
When
the
you're
bag.
a scrambling man, scrambling
True.
up a wall, you gotta know how to wear your purse right.
Yeah.
A woman would have escaped easier.
We
and
wouldn't
an
have had to
easier
get
time.
down on the ground, and then the surveillance footage wouldn't have caught him in the alley.
Yeah.
Maybe it would have gone away.
So the bag irritates me because ditch the bag, right? The other thing was the sound effects in the fight scene that takes place in the apartment. All right. I understand
rough.
it's 2002. I actually have a clip that I'm hopefully not going to blow everybody's ears out with. Can you just, what drives me nuts is it is the same, like 2 extremely generic punching sounds that like every teenage boy makes when they swing their fist. It's that. Check this out. Check this out. I swear to God. Check this out. I'm gonna play it again.
They're too crunchy.
They're too comical. It's like Looney Tunes.
They're
listen
like
to
fake.
these. Listen to these punches. There's like 2 or 3 of them in succession. It's the same sound effect noise. What the hell, man? Did we have
Those should
7?
come with biff, bam, boom.
Yeah, like put like 60s Batman. Pow! Blammo! That's basically what. That's the audio version of that. It's awful. Did we get to the VFX part of post pro and go, oh my God, we have $7. Like we have to use the same tools. We have $7. We blew all of our money on those on the fake guy he landed on when he jumped off his staircase. Like that would be any worse or appreciably better than just jumping down a stairwell. Like no. I've got to land on a man. Like dude,
No way.
That was the only scene that really like.
It's because it looked. It basically looked like they just threw a stuffed guy down because it's what they did. They didn't hide it very well.
But yeah, just falling 20 floors.
It was a lot of
10
floors.
floors.
It was a lot of floors.
Enough floors.
But no,
And breaking your fall with a man.
With
One
a guy.
man.
Yeah.
A guy.
I
And
don't
then
know. He would have been more hurt than that. is my point.
Absolutely.
You're not getting up from that.
Because, like, if he would have either landed, like, on his legs or, like, face just on the ground, like, you would have had issues.
But I'm also the guy that says if an elevator's falling, just jump at the very last second, and then you'll be fine.
But how do you know?
Boy, do I have a Mythbusters episode for you.
How do you know when to jump? How do you know how fast you're going to
The
go?
Mythbusters concluded that it just doesn't matter because you're dying.
What if you, like, held onto the ceiling?
No, because
and then just let go right.
Don't even
Right
let go.
before.
Just, like, I don't know.
It's going so fast. It kind of just it's
Would
like,
it, like,
stepping on a can. Yeah.
Do you get crumpled?
Yeah. Well. Yeah. It's to quote Jeremy Clarkson. Speeding has never killed anyone. It's suddenly becoming stationary. That's what gets you.
Yeah.
It's the change in momentum. So no matter what you do, ouch time.
And if you hang from the roof, it'll work.
Right? Because if you don't hit the ground.
Everyone else is staying on the floor.
What kind of like pull-up bar micro gym elevators do you have that you can hang from a
Well,
roof?
maybe you can move the ceiling.
Also,
there's
you've got-
always a ceiling
Yeah,
tile.
everyone else is
'cause
trying to
there's always-
jump up. You need to push it up at the last minute. And you can only do that from hanging from it.
You gotta push it up.
You're pushing the elevator up. No one's done that.
Oh.
You gotta slow it down.
I gotta sing, yeah. As if you were Superman.
Yeah.
You gotta use some kind of like physics-defying
way.
upward motion.
Yeah.
Of course. Why has no one thought of that?
Yeah, everybody's stupid.
Science correspondent.
This is
Carl
why
Craig.
I take the stairs.
Yeah. Oh my God. This is the bag. I wrote in my notes, are we just going to carry this conspicuous dumbass red bag forever?
Yes.
And then 20 minutes later, I wrote, apparently we are carrying the red bag everywhere. Yes.
Well, until they couldn't go back to their hotel.
I don't know.
Then they lost.
We
the
are-
ball.
I think
We're-
maybe
we're
it's
ni-
like kind of an homage to like the red knapsack on the stick when the kid's running away from home and he's like, maybe it's like, yeah, he doesn't know what he's doing. He's like
Michael
a
Scott on the
vagabond.
train.
Yeah.
After he declares bankruptcy. Gets on the train right as it stops. What a good moment. That episode was on the other day.
That's a good one.
We are critiquing an action movie from the early 2000s, which is a little bit
But
unfair.
with joy. This feels like a
I
joyful
love-
critique.
Yeah.
No, I
Wait,
thought the
you're-
action
you're
was-
using the
other
word-
than that one fall, I thought the action was all pretty grounded and felt heavy and believable.
I actually agree with you. So there was a point. I like to make sure that, unlike Fast and Furious, the guns loosely make sense. Like if you're shooting 900 rounds and not reloading, I'm angry. Red did it well. We talked about that a couple weeks ago with John Malkovich reloading MP5Ks for Helen Mirren, stuff like that. That's what I like. In this movie, there was reloading, which I enjoy. One of my favorite parts, though, and I'm not 100% sure on this. I only watched the movie once, and I forgot to go back and check this. But at one point, he has a break barrel shotgun, side by side.
Oh yeah.
Break barrel, like bird hunting shotgun, and he uses it to kill. I forget
The
what the agent's
professor.
name. It is the professor, isn't it? He uses it to kill the professor. Who's so in the plot? They send this tomb something.
Treadstone.
Thank you.
Treadstone.
Oh,
The Treadstone sends 3 other assassins to kill Bourne, and Bourne takes 2 of them out, and then the third one kills the Treadstone boss guy, and then we don't see him again, which happens at the very end of the movie. But when the professor is hunting him down, he sends Marie away, he sends the family whose house they're in away, and he takes the shotgun and like goes into the grass or whatever. I really like that he shoots the gun in the air to disturb the birds to cover the sound of him repositioning, which was really cool. But my favorite bit with the shotgun was it seemed to me like there were 2 or 3 times they showed him reloading just the right barrel, not the left, not both. And so one thing about shotguns like that are the sights are right down the middle, but you have 2 barrels, which means that the left barrel is going to shoot just to the left of where you're aiming, and the right barrel is going to shoot just to the right. And if he eyed in with the right barrel, he kept only shooting and reloading the right side, so he didn't have to compensate both directions. Potentially. That was just me knowing a little bit about shotguns. But that was an interesting there was 2 or 3 times I'm like, he's only putting his shell on the right side. I wonder if he's only shooting the right side because he's more confident. It's his primary eye. And stuff like that. So that was
that one shot believable? You think where he shot the tank and it exploded? You think that's no? Okay.
I don't.
I was like, that range seems pretty far for this, but
well, now shotguns. We have an unrealistic view of how shotguns work from video games. Like they only work from me to this wall that's 6 feet away, and they're actually In video games, because otherwise they would be terrifyingly overpowered.
You don't mean in real life. You mean in video games.
In video games, yes. They have a very limited range because they would be completely overpowered otherwise.
Yeah.
Just ask the Germans in World War I how trench warfare went as soon as we brought the trench gun into play. They wanted it labeled a war crime because they were so effective. They were referred to as trench brooms because you could just sweep a trench clean with one guy with a shotgun. They were terrifying. So the range, I don't believe necessarily the Hollywood explosion, but I don't know anything about giant propane tanks. So maybe it's true. I don't know if birdshot is capable of penetrating that thick of a steel container. I know nothing, but it looked cool.
Huh.
Oh, yeah.
That's what matters.
Yeah, I wasn't even... That happened so fast. I thought at first he shot a car.
Yeah, so
did I.
I thought what? I thought he shot the car, and I almost got mad.
I was like, wait, was the guy trying to blow up the car to kill him? I was going down a rabbit hole, and I just rewound. I was like, oh, okay.
The best part was Daniel going, oh, he shot their gas.
Yeah.
Not their gas.
It's freezing cold. Now they have no heat. Now
right.
they have no way to cook.
I don't think they're coming back there,
I don't think so.
They gotta come back eventually. It's their home.
They gotta.
In my headcanon, they just got to go away for a bit, let it settle down, and then they got to come back.
They're just down at Starbucks.
He drives back and he's like, oh, man.
Now I have to buy a new gas tanker.
And
shotgun. Yeah, Jason Bourne stole it. Rude.
Yeah, but Jason Bourne's walking around with a giant dumbass red bag full of strange currency, so I'm sure he could hook them up.
That's true. I mean, he just willy-nilly gives everybody thousands of dollars.
Yeah, how much money is in that bag?
He probably could have lowballed his offers for at least 5 grand, not 10. We started at 10K. We couldn't have started at 3.
Already desperate.
Maybe
Yeah.
he didn't remember how much money was a lot.
money?
It's maybe inflation's gone up. I don't know.
I was trying to decide if I was Marie, what would I do? Would I go with him?
You wouldn't give the guy a ride in the first place. I don't think.
Well,
Take me 3 countries away, please.
no, I wouldn't have done that.
No.
But
you're already going there.
when she's outside the train station and he's like, "You in or out? Go to the police or come with me or whatever." I'm like,
See ya.
I feel like I probably would have gone to the police because I'm boring.
I think so too. Yeah, I would have. Yeah, I'm a coward.
I also wouldn't have
She
been
was falling for him.
she was falling for him.
Yeah.
She also immediately was like, "I'm gonna take a bath in this strange man's apartment."
Yeah.
All
was
he
a
had to do was
choice.
say, "You're the only person I know," and she
She
was
was
locked
in.
in. She was locked
Well,
in.
he listened to her talk, didn't tell her to shut up.
Yeah.
What a respectful king.
Okay.
Is this series in my brain is exactly the same as Mission Impossible?
No,
That's not true, right?
no.
It did
I
almost
don't think
start
so.
Tom
Have-
Cruise.
have you
more
seen-
over the top?
Mission Impossible. Carl, have you?
Just the first one. No, and a couple later ones.
I've
I
seen
feel like
one
Mission
later
Impossible is
one.
way more ridiculous.
yeah, it's
yeah.
That's my
high concentrate.
And this was more grounded than
Yeah.
I expected.
Yeah.
Especially
Yeah.
for a 2000s action movie. I kind of thought it would be a little more tongue-in-cheek dumb. So it kind of took me a bit to get settled almost because it was, I mean, the first 40, really until the Paris apartment scene, it's not that flashy.
No, it's a lot of like
Yeah.
talking and discussing and walking and that,
And then, and a lot of running.
which I don't mind.
But
I like
then it gets
setup.
actiony, but it's, it's less set piecey than even like Red, what we watched recently. Like that has more set piece hallmark,
Yeah.
If the plot was like an EKG, there's a lot more spikes, like regular spikes. This one was kind of more, which I guess kind of comes with the territory of being based on a novel rather than a comic.
Oh, true.
Like we have two different source media there. And is Mission Impossible based on anything, or were those written to be movies?
I don't know.
Okay.
But
The
you
most
said,
informed podcast in the world.
I didn't know that was something I needed to look up.
I didn't either.
Nick, you said Tom Cruise was almost in these movies?
He was.
Yeah, Tom Cruise,
Who was the short list? It was crazy.
Russell Crowe,
That would have worked.
Sylvester Stallone.
No.
Wasn't there one more? Or was it Tom Cruise?
That's all I saw.
No, there's one more. I think it was Brad Pitt. I think.
Oh, yeah. He
turned it down to be in another action movie that ended up not being as successful.
Spy something.
Spy something with Robert Redford, actually.
My king.
Which is interesting. We got to watch another Robert Redford movie.
Yeah, he
There
turned
was
it down
one
for
I
that, and then later did Mr. and Mrs.
Smith with Angelina Jolie
which he said this movie was an inspiration
for Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Yeah.
You watched that when we were in Maine.
I did.
On our Maine trip. You watched half of it on
It was on TV or something.
TV, and then you finished it on the
And then
plane.
it's like, I got to go back and watch the beginning.
That movie seems.
There's a new one now. With
It's
There's a show. It's a show.
Oh, okay. Is that the Donald
With Donald Glover.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice.
I thought about watching that.
Yeah, that got remade. That seemed more of gratuitous, like kind of mid 2000s, a little later.
Yeah, like this
dumb guy action movie.
Yeah, like the spy agencies that they work for were both like really just like convoluted.
Yeah.
Like, it's our top secret, thing that nobody knows is here, and all of our weapons flip out of places, and we have to self-destruct our headquarters.
It's
it was a little bit like, okay.
I'm just imagining Inspector Gadget.
It was kind of like
All of
that.
our weapons flip out.
Brad Pitt has a tool shed, and he goes out into it, and it's just like
It's, of course,
green, like
yeah.
lit up green, and he has like
Oh, Spy Kids.
10,000 weapons. And
It's
like,
just your
this is weird.
stereotypical like action. Like once we got to the mid 2006, we're nuts. Didn't that movie star Brangelina?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah.
Because they're both so hot, they couldn't keep off each other.
I don't see it for either of them.
Well, it hasn't worked out.
Well, no, I
so-
just don't think either of them are
You
particularly
don't think either of them are
attractive.
attractive? Interesting.
No, I don't think so.
Angelina Jolie is very particular because she's very like angular.
She looks like a mall mannequin.
Angular is a good word.
She looks like a mannequin.
Just
She's
like
a mannequin.
Brad Pitt though, he's
No,
a handsome fella. I don't know if he's my type of handsome.
he's
fella.
not mine either.
Hands man.
I don't feel like he knows how to carry on a conversation. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, he knows.
I don't,
Don't you worry. You can hold a conversation. What do you want to talk about?
like, is he funny? I just don't know if he's funny.
I think
he's funny.
I don't think he'd.
He,
be
I
funny.
feel like in small. Here's what I'm getting at. I think is I feel like in small talk he would talk a lot about himself, and wouldn't let you get a word in.
Think that, but no.
Oh, okay.
like he has to be the most interesting person.
Carl
I'm glad to be
friends.
wrong. Yeah, I'm glad to be
Like,
corrected
I
by someone in
can't.
the
I
inside.
can't say anymore. I've already given out too much
That's
information.
just true. I mean,
Yeah.
Carl does live in the big city,
It's true.
so yeah. How's Pink doing?
Is what?
How's Pink doing? She good?
Yeah, she's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
We've lost touch a little
Her
bit.
parents, Daniel's
There was a
parents, went
falling
to a
out.
bar once when we were in Nashville the first time,
Yeah.
and they were like, "Pink was there." Okay.
They were not on the same. Like Pink was on
No,
like the
Pink
fourth
was
floor
on the
or
Pink
whatever.
is here
Yeah.
floor of
Yeah,
the
yeah.
bar, and they were down below.
They were on the peasant floor.
They were on with the normals.
The normies.
The normals.
Here's a question.
All right.
Who do you think gave a worse haircut? Jason Bourne to Maria or the guy in Tangled?
Oh,
I was
They're
Tangled.
very similar.
Yeah.
okay.
I get mad about the Tangled one because why didn't he cut it just like a little bit? Low? Like really? You're gonna get rid of that bob forever?
Forever.
Come on.
It wasn't forever, was it?
I think her hair like stops growing.
No.
Oh. Yeah, that kind of blows then.
I didn't know there was that kind of
think that
repercussion.
because of
Because
that,
like she shows us that. Remember, she has a small piece that she kind of shows us, and it's still short.
You're right. You're right. So that sucks. Yeah, that had to have caused a marital argument if they
You
get
could probably get like royal extensions or something.
Well, Entangled, the animated series, she touches some like magical plinth and her hair comes back.
Wait,
That-
there's a non-animated
that
Tangled.
sucks. That sucks.
No, there's it's an animated like kids show.
instead of a movie.
I never
gotcha.
finished it, so
I don't like
But she
that.
gets her hair back. Yeah, it
I
was
don't
weird.
like that. That's
And it like automatically like fully grows back. Like it's not like blonde again.
that's-
It like fully is like, oh, my 70-foot hair is back.
we gotta sell more Tangled toys. We gotta get this bitch her hair back.
Nobody wants brunette Bob Rapunzel.
I understand that all decisions are made for money, but it just makes me want to strangle executives.
Yeah.
Be braver. Kill Chewbacca in the was it Rise of Skywalker?
Yeah, and then
And then they go, oh,
Don't.
never mind, just was playing. Like cowards.
he was on the other
you
ship.
cowards. Disney. I want a trolley problem where it's just all Disney executives on both sides of the
Just
tracks.
kill everybody.
And then I go, can I reverse this thing and then redo it? I just hate.
just to make sure.
And it's, get new Lilo and Stitch, everybody. We're doing that exact same thing again with no changes, but in live action, it's going to make $1 billion. And I'm going to vomit and fill my bathtub with vomit. I hate it. We really are on a societal just downward, just
We've peaked.
just everything good has happened, and now just the worst.
I will say Jason Bourne's haircut though, it was pretty choppy.
Yeah.
He also could have done better. Come on.
It was a lot
Maybe he
of.
did it himself.
Why did he start so short? Like, why didn't he start?
Let's see if I remember how to do this. Nope.
No,
It's if you remember though in the 2000s it was all that was every dude's haircut was just clipper guard meh, and with no
Tie and
layering,
tights,
no
yeah.
nothing.
Yeah,
That's what it looks like.
yeah.
Throw some blonde tips
Well,
in there.
no, his haircut to Marie we're talking about.
Oh, to Marie.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Carl asked the question.
No. I think his is. I don't. They both suck, right?
Yeah,
Is
they
that
both
the
do
real
that.
answer? They both suck. Which one would I rather do? Probably the one without supernatural consequence. But like, I don't know.
I'm gonna lose my magical hair. That sucks.
Okay, let's.
Anyways,
can I
let's move
alter the
on.
question a little bit?
Okay.
If you and I were in that situation, would you want me to cut your hair? Or would you rather do it?
Cut my own hair?
Yeah, like with scissors in a mirror or something. I
Yeah.
feel like I would be way too terrified to want to.
I would rather it be on me
So there you
than
go.
blame you.
Then what's he even doing? Just give her the scissors.
Yeah.
Stupid. But maybe
Maybe this conversation happened off
It's
camera.
Maybe it did. Maybe it
It's
did.
hotter, and see if he cuts her hair, he's closer to her face, so then she can kiss him.
Oh, I see.
She
I
knew what she was
see.
doing.
Yeah.
He knew what he was doing. He was
He
like,
could have like held a
we're
mirror
all
for her
days,
really
like-
close or something.
Yeah.
he washed her hair, washed the color out. They were all damp and close.
Damp and close. It's our new erotic novel we're writing.
Damp and
and
close.
close. And that's actually the name of the two characters.
Close. Oh my god.
So the false flag of the Wombasi character kind of threw me a little bit. So like the story's messy, which is the point. But it's like there's this whole like African dictator guy and he almost gets assassinated and then there's like I'm going to write a magazine article about it or go to the media
Exposing
and
the
expose
CIA.
the CIA for having assassins, which like, yeah, we know that they killed Martin Luther King. But like, and then they just end up killing him for real. If we wanted him dead, we could have done it. Then do that. That like then really pissed me off. If we just wanted him dead, we could kill him.
Yeah, well,
'Cause, yeah,
Wasn't
they
that the whole
wanted-
bloody point of why Jason Bourne's in this situation in the first place? Is
They
because they
wanted
wanted him
it-
dead?
Well,
They wanted it to look like an
like
accident.
Oh, like someone in his camp did it,
Yeah.
which is why he
but,
was hiding out on the boat.
Like, as soon as that fails, don't you just hit his boat with an ICBM or something?
I mean, they
That's what I feel like the actual government would do. They threw a missile through Gaddafi's freaking bedroom window and
but
blew
didn't
his son
they
up.
do like? Didn't they end up taking him out?
Yes, that's my point though. Is that why wait that long? Why wait to give him even a chance to go to the media? I feel like the real life
Right.
government would just be like missile. And like we don't really seem to be too abashed about whether countries know that we're trying to kill them or not. We're pretty good at like if a missile comes out of the sky and blows up your wife's car, you can make a pretty good guess about who it was. Like, it's not North Korea because the missile made it there. You know what I mean? Like, it's I don't know.
Appreciate that Jason didn't kill him. Like when he saw all the kids, he was like,
I thought it
can't
was
do
a little bit funny though that they just kept being more kids. Like one was like the one on him, and there's like, and there's a kid over there, and then like a kid like pops out of a blanket basket, and there's a kid over there, and one like comes out of a ceiling tile, and there's a kid over there, and like a kid walks up from behind with a bowl of cereal and goes, "What you doing, mister?" Like there's kids everywhere,
A lot of kids.
Just
and it
a
seemed
playground on the ship. Just
and it seemed like he was
zooming
surprised
out.
about the amount of children on the boat that he had been on for many days.
That's a good point.
Yeah, it was like 5
he was
days he was
hiding.
on there, right?
It was several days, and it's like we don't know the habits of the children. We didn't check to see where they were before the. I don't know, man.
I don't think you're supposed to think about that.
That's pretty
Exactly,
convenient. So
exactly.
is his
Everyone's
memory
typing,
loss,
"Well,
so,
When
yeah.
I watch movies, I like to enjoy them and have fun because I'm Mr. TikTok 40-year-old TikTok man.
Piss off, dude. I don't know. Who just watches stuff and goes, "That was good." I don't want to know these people.
We have to talk for an hour.
You gotta watch
we gotta
stuff
talk
and-
about
yeah,
something.
we have to talk for an hour.
After.
Jason
why
Bourne
we're
is just
here.
out of shot with the guns.
It's in our contract.
Talk
yeah.
for an hour. Go do it. I don't know. I'm out of shit to say for the movie.
I had a question for Nick.
Oh, thank God.
Okay.
So in Red, you were kind of like, "What's the point of the girl?" So I wanted
Oh
to
my God! I
ask,
asked
Hates girls. That's right.
No.
I wanted to ask how you felt about this girl.
She was great. She
Okay.
was essential to the plot.
All right.
You're learning.
Okay. Wait. Pause.
This is called character growth.
Pause.
Pause.
How is she different from the girl in red, who is also a unwilling participant at the beginning, and
Because the girl in red just kind of faded to the background. Things like after the second half of the movie, she was just along for the ride, for lack of a better word. This Marie,
I guess
she
the
was
one-
like making decisions
the
with him
one-
throughout the entire movie.
I think the biggest difference would be as far as usefulness would be, because it would almost be the exact same if it weren't for her bringing Bourne to that house where like everything happens.
Yeah.
The shotgun house where the professor.
Well, no,
comes.
because even she, like, whenever he's
yeah.
trying to break in to get information on something, she's like, I just asked the guy at the front desk. Like, she's not
Yeah, she used
just
her own skill set.
along for it. Like, she's a part of it, if that makes sense.
And she never got taken as collateral, which is nice. Yeah.
Yeah, it's worse that she just gets sent away. Bye. She just gets kicked out. I don't
And
know.
he goes to get her.
I think they're kind of similar.
You think they're kind of
I
what?
think they're kind of similar.
I
I mean, he uses.
And you get the whole,
she goes to the FBI headquarters and
Yeah,
does
she
some
helps
cool
him out.
stuff. Yeah, she helps him out.
Yeah,
I think
I'm not saying
believe the
she was
relationship
useless.
in this one more.
Roll the tape when he said she was useless.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I said she was useless.
Can we roll the tape?
We corrected him on that one when that happened.
It isn't. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I should also buy the relationship in Red because I mean they talked for a while leading up to their whole adventure, but like it feels more
Red,
plausible in this one?
Red was an outright meant to be a romance from the start, though, and this movie was not meant to be that way.
Right.
It just, of course, ended up that way because we can't have platonic relationships in media.
Trauma.
Everybody's got to be swapping spit, dude. We
Trauma
just can't
bonded.
have a woman and a man shake hands and go, "Thanks for helping me not be dead. I'm gonna go sell scooters now in Malta."
You're welcome.
You should watch X-Files.
Yeah. So, okay. Not gonna happen because it's spoopy. Is it spoopy?
It's not that bad. I don't
It's
like
old,
Spooky, and I
though.
like it. What is it?
How old is X-Files?
X-Files is now
It's like
90s.
I think late 90s, yeah,
okay.
early 2000s.
You're thinking of
But
Twilight
there's like
Zone.
7 or 8 seasons.
Quite old.
Yeah.
Twilight Zone I would watch.
Some of the effects are so dated that it's funny, even though
That's
it's supposed to
what's
be
up, though.
spoopy.
That's
So
good.
yeah, they're it's so good. You got to watch it. And then X-Files Files with Camille.
What's it on? What's X-Files on?
Hulu, I think.
Okay, I have that.
Yeah.
I have that service. Didn't he?
I feel like a lot of this movie could have been avoided if they would have just had a conversation.
What do you mean?
Like, because they're like, what's Jason Bourne's deal? What's he doing? Homeboy just has amnesia. Like, did they have to go in with guns? Why didn't they be like, try to go to him and be like, Jason?
The thing that I hope
Jason."
gets answered
Jason.
later is
Buddy.
Settle down.
why does Treadstone go right from, oh, Jason Bourne's dead, and he failed and he's dead. Jason Bourne's alive. We gotta kill him.
That's what I'm
What the
saying.
hell
Yeah.
is with that? Why not just like reclaim your $30 million
Yeah.
weapon? They said in the gut. Why kill him? Why? Why would they not
I guess there's
send?
protocol
Because
that
he went
he's supposed
rogue.
to follow and he didn't. Yeah.
But he had amnesia.
But he went rogue
Would you
because he
not
had
just-
amnesia.
Would you not just like put a big net over him and like catch him?
Like,
You know what? You're right.
Send the Treadstone
Pull out
dog,
the net.
like the dog pound in cartoons, just a big net. Get him back and go. Like if you got a clean slate, like he's got all the training, you just go. Here's your next mission, man. Your name's Jason Bourne. Here's your passports. Let's go.
like they had to train him, so obviously they've conditioned him. So maybe they just, you got to recondition him again.
Yeah, I just don't know why go right to. I guess the answer is because then we don't have a movie. But I don't know.
I'm just saying, it's like,
Maybe more will be
Typical
revealed
men.
in Bourne 2, Electric Boogaloo. But
yeah, I don't really remember.
It won't.
it won't.
Without saying
in
too much,
Bourne
my
Ultimatum.
impression of the second movie was, oh, it's the same as the first
Oh
movie.
no! Is it just him running away
It's
more?
like
Does he get amnesia again?
It's
it
like
starts with him. He's
In the water again?
he's eating Oikos yogurt with John Stamos and Marie in whatever Mediterranean paradise, and he slips on a wrapper and hits his head and goes, "Who are you?
Coconut.
Where am
a
I?"
coconut lands.
Yeah,
on
it
his
lands on his head, and he goes, "I've got to kill." And I don't know why. It's him running away, and just he gets in another mini and drives down more stairs, and everyone in England's going, "That car would fall apart for sure." I don't know, man.
I know you
It's
get
kinda-
answers in the third movie, but I don't remember. So I've seen all three. I remember like 3 major plot points, and that's it. I don't remember anything else. So I remember like the
It really
very
seemed
end.
like last night, like you were watching it for the first time. I was like, "What do you remember?" And you were
kinda
like,
felt that way.
I was like, "What do you remember?" She goes, "Well, his name's Jason Bourne, and that's Matt Damon." First of all, and I'm like, "All right."
There something happens to one of the main characters.
I didn't remember this.
Well, I watched them like when I was in high school, so it's been a minute.
Yeah, 20 years.
No. How many years?
10?
12. 12.
Since it ended.
Since it ended. So, okay, 15.
Yeah,
15 isn't 20.
that's true. 15 isn't 20. Title of the episode.
But my dad definitely had to pause and explain these a lot to me when I watched them back in the day.
Okay.
So, but no, I remember something happens to a major character. I thought it was in this movie. It was not in this movie. It must be in the next one.
Ooh. Find out next week.
Find
on
out next week.
Bourne 2.
Electric
please,
Boogaloo.
please no.
Reborn.
Please no.
Born.
Nick doesn't.
No, I don't want to
watch
watch. I want to watch more, but not for the show. We're not doing that. We got to watch more crap. Anything else, people? Before we move on.
it. I don't think so. Unless
Sometimes I don't know
Oh,
if
I
I
was-
can buy Matt Damon as an action star.
really.
Ooh.
Yeah. Sometimes he sells it and like he really does a good job, and then sometimes I'm like, something about him, and I don't know what it is.
Get where you're coming from, but I can't articulate why.
Yeah.
Like
There's something where
Wahlberg,
I'm
you
like-
buy it,
Yeah.
right?
Because, and I don't know if it's just because of Good Will Hunting or
I haven't
like
seen that.
that he was kind of in Ocean's movies. He's kind of like the
I wanna see
kid
those.
that's scrambling to keep up. Like I don't know if, I don't know. Something about it.
All right.
But I don't think I'm the only one because when they cast him, people were not happy about it.
Okay.
But people are never happy about
I
casting.
think didn't he
so.
want to play an action role though? Isn't that why he? Because
He probably wanted to shed that
insisted-
old, yeah.
He insisted on doing all of his own stunts. I know, like as many
Well,
as
yeah,
he could.
he-
So when he scrambled the wall of the like safe house at the very end, like that was actually him doing
Yeah,
that.
he spent a couple months, I guess, like doing training and
He did
combat stuff.
combat training. He learned like some crazy.
Weaponry,
Yeah, he had weapons training and he learned some like crazy martial art. So he really went all in, which I respect a lot.
Yeah.
So good for him. I don't know, man. There's just something. Go ahead.
Here's what I liked about this movie. I enjoy
Everybody go around and say something you liked. We gotta say something nice about the movie.
say what you're thankful for.
Yeah.
I'm thankful that in this movie you only know what he knows. Almost the entire
Ooh.
time.
Kinda. We get a little
Like
bit.
you have
from
that
the
mystery.
HQ. Yeah.
The mystery is almost until the very end.
Right.
There was a YouTuber that did like an observation that like they could do this whole movie without all the extra like exposition in like the government buildings and it still works. And it
Right.
kind of works better.
That's the conclusion
yeah.
of your point. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like that. I like that. Carl, what are
Yeah.
you thankful for about the movie? What'd you like?
I'm thankful for
You can't eat until you say it.
Oh,
Mashed potatoes are getting cold.
I think I'm thankful for that. It kind of reminded me of X-Files and how much I want to rewatch that show. But I also think, like, I did see another YouTube thing about this movie that it kind of ruined action movies moving forward.
Oh no!
Oh, did it?
Because of the whole shaky cam thing that it does.
I hate that.
It does. So I watched another YouTube video, and this guy was saying that like there's a difference between, I think he called it like handheld footage versus shaky cam footage. This movie, it's handheld. It is shaky, but it's focused on the action and it does wide shots. Whereas other movies kind of use it as a crutch. So they kind of, what he said is that this movie kind of popularized it.
Like a tank is moving. Let's shake the camera.
Yeah, like it's like it becomes like a style choice and not a substance choice.
Yeah.
But isn't that the logical conclusion of like what Citizen Kane started? Like when you start using cameras for narrative, don't you end up there and then you have to walk backwards?
Yeah, there's always the overcorrection and then, yeah.
I don't know. We don't know anything about movies. What did you like about it?
No. What are you thankful for?
What are you thankful for about it?
I'm thankful.
Watch it. I hope this sticks because this is hilarious.
That I feel like it's a balanced movie.
Okay.
You know, like it's not nonstop action, so you get a little bit of story, a little bit of action, dialogue. You know, it's not just like too stressful for me.
Okay.
So I like it.
I like that.
Yeah.
I kind of agree with that sentiment. I kind of wish on a level it was a little more towards what you were saying. I was a little more in the dark.
Ooh.
You know, like I kind of into what Carl said that the YouTube guy said. So this is third hand. If we didn't have all those flashback scenes and then we're just with a confused guy, I kind of would have maybe liked that a little more. But I will say that what I was thankful for was the fact that it wasn't as overtly action movie guy as it could have been. Like it's not a G.I. Joe movie. It had that little bit of groundedness that kind of kept me interested. I don't think it's like my favorite movie of all time though, but I had fun. And we'll take that right into hit or miss, and I'll start. So for me, I liked it, and I need to sit down with Letterboxd and have a star in front of me to kind of really hash it out. I've been trying to keep up with my Letterboxd, and I'm waiting to post them until release day so that Nick doesn't get where I'm coming from, and people that listen to the show that are friends of ours don't get where I'm coming from. But I'm not sure. I think I would give it 6.8, like 7. So that's like mid. That's mid plus. I'm not a big action movie guy. And I feel like it's almost an awkward in between. It's not set piecey enough to be like sick action, bro. But it's also not thrillery enough to have been exhilarating the whole time for me. So I feel like because it tries to keep one leg in each kiddie pool, that it doesn't quite nail it for me. So I'm gonna go with mid and not, but like mid, like nice mid.
Do you
like
think it's a good movie?
Ooh, that's a different question. Yes, I think it's a good movie.
Think it's a good movie?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's a good movie, but it's not like it wouldn't go on my top 50 movies I've seen. I don't think.
Whew.
For the show. Like, I don't think it's that.
I don't know.
Okay,
That's hard.
I'll put it as this. I want to see the other two. I have no desire to see this again. I wouldn't watch it again.
Oh.
Is that fair?
No, that's fair.
That's not a, like, I feel like hits for me, like, I would, under certain circumstances, watch it again. But if this was on if this came up on TV and I'm scrolling, I'm not stopping.
Oh. Okay.
Is that fair? Yeah. But I liked it. Yeah. I did like it. I enjoyed my time. I wasn't bored. I don't have that much distaste except for the stupid punching sound effect and the just throwing the stuffed man down the stairwell. That was dumb.
Oh my god.
No, mid. I'm sticking to my guns. This is mid.
Okay.
Which isn't fair, but that's the point of the scale.
Yeah.
Somebody else go, please.
Nicholas?
I'll go. I will give it a hit.
Oh,
Nice.
a hit.
Second watch through didn't stale it any for you.
Yeah, no. What I love about this movie is the characters, for the most part, minus some things we just talked about.
Sure.
The characters feel pretty like grounded. Like I really believed Matt Damon. Like
I believe you.
I believe in Matt Damon.
He is Jason
Get him a
Bourne.
shirt.
His reaction to like not understanding like who am I and like being shocked by like holy crap I can speak French. Oh my god, I know how to like kill these people. Like even when he was sleeping on the park bench and he took out the 2 guards, like he was shaking after. Like it was very believable for me. And same with what's her name?
Marie.
Marie, whenever the guy jumps out of the window, she's like in shock and can't move, and it's just like, why would someone do that? Why would he jump out the window? Like,
she throws up on the way out of the building.
Yeah.
Because she sees the door.
oh yeah,
Get shot in the head too. She's just like, blah.
Oh yeah.
huh?
So
Yeah, so I enjoy the performances for sure.
all right. Carl, what you think? Hit, miss, or
I
miss?
liked the movie. I think I'm on the upper end of mid as well though.
We're the
I
same.
think the editing was really cool. I thought most of the action was really good. I kind of feel the same way. I don't know if I'd ever really rewatch this, but I do have an appetite to kind of finish the trilogy. So yeah.
Yeah, we're the same. As often is the case. Danielle, what you think? First time you've seen this movie in a million years?
It's really hard. I feel like I'm also really in between like mid and hit.
Yeah. So
I don't know what to
we have a
swing. I
consensus
don't know
of
where
it's
to.
not bad.
No.
It's not a bad movie.
I like it.
We like it.
I think it.
Bourne Identity. We like it.
like it. I think it holds up from what I expected, like
Okay,
from when
that's
I
cool.
watched the first time.
So you have to pick.
I have to pick.
Yeah, that's the point.
I'll give it a hit 'cause I'm feeling positive today.
Hey,
I love it. Arbitrary. Right. That's hit, mid, or miss done.
Hey.
Let's pick a movie.
let's pick a movie. No,
hot points?
Oh, hot points. Do we have hot points?
I have some things I'll say.
Oh, yes.
Oh boy.
I did write it down to do hot points, but I'll be honest, nothing really necessarily struck me as hot or not hot. You know, it has to be a guttural like feeling. And I just didn't have that. Matt Damon, he's got a little bit of a baby face in this movie, and I'm just not really a baby face type girl, I don't think.
Don't look at our wedding pictures.
That's different. I'm talking
Go on,
about like arbitrary ranking of like actor men, you know? That's different. But anyways, so he stayed at a 5 because I didn't really have any hot or unhot feelings.
Mid
So
movie,
he's
mid guy.
Mid guy.
Mid guy.
I like you, Matt Damon, but you didn't do anything for me.
More like boring.
I mean, the smooching was pretty hot, but I was distracted at the time.
Is that the
so-
first like can't be bothered hot point ever? Like where no one, he just didn't move?
I'm sure there's
Because other
others.
people have gone forward and back. Like they've gone down and then
Right.
back up to a
This
5.
just didn't give
but
me
no one's
anything.
ever not moved, I don't think.
Really?
I think so.
Wow.
Wow. Way to go, Matt Damon. We should give him an award. We'll give him like a T-ball
most-
trophy that says the middest guy there ever was.
Just give him a beige
He's
flag.
just like some.
It'll just say
a
hard
white,
5.
You know, he's some white guy. Like, yeah,
Just a guy.
just a guy.
All right.
Anyway.
Well, thank God. Thank you for remembering hot points because I freaking forgot.
Thanks, Nick.
Whose turn is it with the bucket?
I think it's Carl's.
It's Carl's turn.
Is
which
it?
means-
Okay.
I think I pulled Bourne Identity last week.
okay. No, that I believe you. I feel like Carl just recently did the thing.
I thought.
I
Who pulled
picked
Field of
red,
Dreams?
didn't I?
You? Was it you?
I pulled Field.
So I would pull this. I think it's Carl's turn.
I feel like Nick just hasn't gone this year.
I pulled red because I was very shocked about it.
Red.
You're right. You're right. It is Carl's
Oh.
turn. It is Carl's turn.
Okay.
It feels recent because there's only 4 of us. All right. Watch hand, which is this one, or non-watch hand?
Let's go watch hand.
Watch hand.
Ooh.
hand.
Put that back in not.
Girl movie. Girl
Guys.
movie. Girl movie.
Are you kidding me?
What is
Girl
it?
Are you
movie.
like-
Girl movie.
Are you locked in?
What is it?
Can
Can I guess?
knows.
Can I guess?
Yeah, guess.
Okay. Miss Congeniality.
No.
Pretty.
But now they know that that's in the
Oh
bucket.
shit. Okay, I won't guess. I
We
won't.
can bleep it.
I
We'll
won't
bleep
guess
it.
anymore.
No, we won't believe it. Leave it. No one wants to edit that. We can barely get TikToks out because no one wants to edit. The movie is Dirty Dancing.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Look at everybody's different.
I'm just
reaction.
not excited at all.
Time of my life.
Is that sweet?
But
Nick,
guys,
Why are you
Sure,
saying
what?
dang it?
I'm not going to be here next week.
No.
right.
And I really want to watch that movie.
You gotta watch it still.
I'll watch.
You
I'll
gotta
give a
watch
little-
it still and then write
should
to
we-
it.
Give
Yeah.
us some notes.
Should we pull a different one or just
No.
one of it?
We gotta.
No. The bucket's spoken.
chosen.
All right.
Look at all the fanfare we just had. You want to crush her soul?
I
Oh yeah.
Kidding me?
I am a
I
little
can't see
sad.
that guy.
This is really a good summer movie, so it's a little bit early.
It's getting hot.
It's getting hot.
That's
the
true.
sun is shining.
Maybe it's
Daylight
a good
savings
kickoff
time's
for
here.
summer movie.
Yeah.
I love this movie.
This is Swayze, right?
It's Patrick Swayze.
Is this the Nobody Puts Baby in a Corner
Yes,
movie?
it is.
Oh, nice.
I carried a watermelon. Let's go.
What?
You'll find
We'll
out.
find out. How long
See.
is it? That's all
I
I'm
don't think
interested
it's
in.
long. It has the mom from Gilmore Girls in it.
Really?
Fun fact. Yes.
Interesting.
She plays
She
the
has to be
mom
young, yeah?
in this movie. Yeah, but she looks basically the same.
I googled Dirty
Typecast.
Dancing runtime, but I spelled every single word wrong. But a recommended search was Dirty Dancing actress murdered. So that's
What?
that's crazy. Hour 40. At least there's that.
That's not bad.
7 minutes shorter than Footloose. Well, thank God for that. All right. Well, there you go.
I went through a huge Dirty Dancing phase.
Of course you did.
Big time.
though, yuck.
I didn't say he. Oh man.
Yuck.
What will the hot points tell us?
Oh my God.
What will they say?
He is one of the, to me, like least attractive men
We know.
in media like, ever. I just think he looks like a horse.
There's way less attractive men.
Yeah, small
Patrick
eyes.
He's got
Swayze.
a kind of a strange, statuesque kind of face.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but,
but-
have you seen him dance? Have you seen him lift?
No, I've seen him rip a guy's
Not
throat
yet.
out, though. That was pretty lit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy.
You guys
But
don't
he had a hot
think
guy
he's
to
hot?
counterbalance him in that movie. He had,
Sam Elliott.
yeah, thank God. Thank you. You just got to snap at Nick and he comes up with exactly what you're thinking of. You just got to think of him. So, all right, we're going to watch Dirty Dancing.
I'm sad you're not going to be with us.
I'll definitely watch
No, he'll watch it. He'll give us his notes and we'll read them off.
All right.
Write us a little 3-4 sentence review.
Or I won't watch it and I'll have AI write a review.
No, don't do that.
No, if you don't watch it, just write, I didn't watch it, Nick, and I'll read that.
That'd be better.
All right, the last thing, we're going to put out an all points bulletin. Actually, we need to find a movie. So Nick had seen, obviously, the Bourne Identity before, but he had also seen the church library approved remake that we need to find for the show called Born Again, New Identity. So if you can track
Oh
that
my
down,
God.
we need to find the Christian movie Born Again,
Oh my God.
New Identity. If anybody can find that,
I'll get
Write
my
to us.
contact at the church.
Yes, write
I'm
to
sure
us.
it still exists somewhere.
with that movie that's definitely real, we're going to watch Dirty Dancing, God help us, and we'll catch you all in the next one.